Side hustle secret number 6. I don't know what to call it exactly, but let's call it contracting. Let's call it, let's call it contracting. Side hustle number 6. So for me, and this may not apply to everyone, not all of these side hustle secrets are going to apply to everybody, and they may not fit everyone's criteria and what they're looking to do. But for me, I was doing a lot of development work. So I'm still doing a lot of development work. And with that comes a certain amount of skill or a certain amount of resources. So let me give you a more specific example. I'm still doing a good amount of development work, and with that, I buy a program called Builder Trend. I use that program to manage budgets. I use that program to manage timelines and really understand where I'm going through the development process. I also have a storage facility. There was a lot of leftover tools and materials from every job that I do, so we end up putting a lot of things in storage. We've also have a dump truck and a van as part of our development tools that we use. So when you are building this amount of resources and assets that you have, why stop with just doing your stuff and your stuff only? I decided to take on other jobs and create my new side hustle. And so I would say the development or contracting or whatever it may be, but I'll give you, a smaller example. You're with the van. There were a lot of people who said, hey, I need to move some things around. Can I rent your van for a period of time? Sure. I'll take the payment or whatever it is, plus gas, and just kind of say, hey, yeah, use it for a week and you can rent it for X amount. And then obviously I'm charging a premium on what my actual payment is and actually making some money from that. You want to use the dump truck? Absolutely. Dumping costs XYZ. We can clear out your basement for you. We can go and remove this trash for you or whatever it may be and actually get rid of this, and actually something that I was already paying for and already using now can be used in another capacity to actually generate some additional income. So we were getting to a point, or trying to get to a point still, where the dump truck essentially pays for itself. We're not actually spending any money to use the dump truck in our own businesses, because the dump truck is actually being paid from various different side jobs that we are taking on. So the bigger idea here is, what do you already have within your business? And I guess that's the idea for all of these side hustle secrets, is what assets are you already accumulating? What things do you already have in place? Contracts. So we're dealing with a lot of subcontractors. We're dealing with plumbers and electricians and everything else. Somebody who wants to get in the business. Again, I'm not going to sell everything that I have to somebody just because I just want to make a little bit of money. Sometimes you give things away and sometimes you don't. But a contract is something that you spent a lot of money on building out, correcting, using over and over again. If somebody doesn't have it, can you also put your contracts up for sale, right? I'll give you access to, custom contracts that we've built over the years. And here's the bundle of them. Here's what we use for all of our electrical stuff. Here's what we use for all of our plumbing stuff. Those are things that people will pay for. Those are assets that you have within your business that can now be sold to someone else. Back up a little bit. I did the same thing in my real estate business. When we built a brokerage, we had forms and onboarding processes and everything else and training materials. A friend of mine, or, like I said, an acquaintance says, hey, I want to, build out a business. Can I buy your package from you, your package of all your training materials? So it's the same exact thing. Sticking back with the contracting side of things, we felt like we wanted to take on clients, but we wanted to be very selective about it. We have the property management or project management system in place. We have the dump truck, the van. We have other, DocuSign, other materials in place that allow us to run a smooth business. Instead of having someone else try to come in and duplicate that, how do we basically project manage for them, allow them to be their own developer, but actually go out and pull the permits for them, have the insurance for them, and create other streams of income through the resources that we already have. So there are various things that we do between sell contracts that we already have, sub out smaller jobs. The other thing, we already have a ton of subcontractors that work for us, from plumbers to electricians to demo guys, whatever it may be. We already have a very good idea of what their prices are, or their pricing, because they just did a very similar job for us. If you have a client or a friend or a family member or an acquaintance that now calls you and says, hey, I need to do this demo job, and it looks the exact same thing, maybe there's an opportunity to sub out that contract, which we've done on a regular basis, and say, we can get that job for you. We know that contractor XYZ is going to do it at $18,000. We're going to offer it to you for $22,000, and now you don't have to go out and find the subcontractors that we know. We've already put contracts in place, already negotiated the price for them, already are creating volume for these subcontractors is the reason that we're getting the prices that we're getting. You, as someone who's doing a one-off, may not get the same prices, but we can now sub that contract out and make a little cash and make everybody happy. So the big question is as you're going through, what resources that do you have? What things have you spent a lot of time on building? And can you rebrand and recreate and sell those pieces, those products, or those services to other people? And that's essentially what Side Hustle Secrets is all about from the beginning. It's using the resources, talents, and everything that you have at your disposal and leveraging them to make other streams of income.